My Lord and my God, I firmly believe that you are here, that you see me, that you hear me. I adore you with profound reverence. I ask you for pardon of my sins and grace to make this time of prayer fruitful. My Mother Immaculate, Saint Joseph, my Father and Lord, Saint John the Baptist, my guardian angel, intercede for me. The Church's liturgy today recalls the Passion of Saint John the Baptist. He was the one who bore witness to you, Jesus. He announced your coming at his birth. He announced your coming during his lifetime. And he announced your coming at his death. Today is the memorial of the death of John the Baptist, who was beheaded because he was a witness to the truth. He was a witness to the light. He was a witness to you, Lord Jesus. And prior to his death, he had been imprisoned for being a witness to the truth. Saint Bede comments, "To endure temporal agonies for the sake of the truth was not a heavy burden for such men as John. Rather, it was easily borne and even desirable, for he knew eternal joy would be his reward." John the Baptist desired heaven above all else, and that's why he was prepared to suffer for the truth, to be a light for you and for me. So today's Gospel is taken from St. Mark chapter 6, verses 17 to 29. And this Gospel passage tells us a story of a family that lived in the darkness of sin. King Herod was overcome by lust for his brother's wife called Herodias. He wanted her, he took her, and he married her. And when John the Baptist heard about this, he said, "Hey, wait a minute. It is not lawful for you to have your brother's wife." Now, Herodias wasn't too happy about that. And from that moment, this woman harbored a grudge against him and wanted to kill John the Baptist, but just was unable to do so. In her, we see the darkness of anger and revenge. Then Herod's birthday came around, and he invited all and sundry. Herodias, the scheming woman, saw a chance in which she would be able to get back at John. She organized for her daughter to come in and dance before King Herod and the guests. The performance, we're told from the Gospel of Mark, delighted Herod and his guests. The darkness of lust and uncontrolled sexual desire. And so in that euphoria, King Herod swore to his daughter that he would give her anything she asked for, even half of his kingdom. And so the girl ran along to mommy, that is to Herodias, and Herodias said, "I'd like the head of John the Baptist." And the girl ran back to Daddy. "Daddy, give me the head of John the Baptist." Said as easily as that. The darkness of superficiality and frivolity. Herod was deeply distressed, but because of his oaths and the guests that were present there, he did not wish to break his word to her. This is the darkness of cowardice. He knew this was evil. He knew it was a sin, an offense against reason, truth, and right conscience, and contrary to the eternal law. But he gave orders to the executioner, and soon this man brought in the head of John the Baptist on a platter and gave it to the girl. The girl, in turn, gave it to her mother. This is a rather dark story, but light up. Every line of the gospel brings light. John was born a witness to the truth and to the light and died that way. As St. Bede says, these difficulties were easily borne by him. They were even desirable, for he knew eternal joy would be his reward. He lived for heaven. In the last few weeks, I've had my own share of what I'd call dark episodes, on another level altogether, of course. We have some repairs going on in the residence I live in, and something has been causing the electrical circuits to trip on multiple occasions. And it's when you're in the dark that you begin to appreciate what the light is, how important light is, how it opens up horizons, and the darkness just keeps you all tied up, almost like the slavery of sin. And so there have been a number of things that have happened. Once or twice, I woke up in the middle of the night. Everything was pitch black. I groped around in the darkness, trying to find the light switch, and click. And it was still dark. Oh no, the circuits have tripped. No power, no light. It makes it all the more difficult. And during the day when the power trips, the first thing that strikes you is, oh no, the Wi-Fi is down. No more internet, no lights. Okay, let me grab a cup of coffee. Oh no, I can't use the microwave. Oops, my phone is on low battery. I need to charge it. Oh no, there isn't any electricity, no light. It's what I jokingly call the domino defect, a chain reaction of things that you cannot do. And that's what the darkness of sin does. We can fall into the domino defect, and one thing leads to another. Jesus, I'm sorry if I have sometimes given in to the darkness of sin. Have I sinned through anger? Have I sought revenge? Have I given into uncontrolled sexual desire? Have I been superficial, going with the flow, even when I know that I have to put my foot down like John the Baptist? Sometimes have I just been a coward and acted like Herod out of cowardice, being afraid of what people will say? I don't do what you want me to do. But Jesus tells you, light up. Because every line of the gospel brings light. And you don't have to live in darkness. Jesus is the light. Jesus is the truth. You can start again. Make an act of contrition. Lord Jesus, have mercy on me. That's a simple act of contrition. Or if you have sinned more seriously, if you've committed a mortal sin, you can go to confession and seek to be reconciled to God once again. And then, like John the Baptist, tell Jesus, Jesus, I want to be a witness to the truth, to the light, to you. Jesus, give me the grace to always walk in the light of the truth, to be a truthful person. You know, there is no such thing as a white lie. No. Tell the truth at work, with your friends, with your family members. Sometimes you may have to suffer for it. And remember St. John the Baptist. For him, suffering was even desirable, for he knew eternal joy would be his reward. when you walk in the light of the truth, you don't have a domino defect, as I said earlier, but rather the domino effect, the chain reaction of good that starts in yourself because you are authentic, because you are free. And this makes you light up and helps others to light up. Let's turn to Mary. We sometimes invoke her. If you pray the rosary in the litany, we invoke her as morning star. She's a star, a light too. Mary, help me to be a witness of your Son Jesus, seeking to tell the truth at all times, to defend the truth, to light up and help others to light up. I thank you, my God, for the good resolutions, affections, and inspirations which you have communicated to me in this meditation. I ask you for help to put them into effect. My Mother Immaculate, Saint Joseph, my Father and Lord, my guardian angel, intercede for me.